Hello everyone, Ceri the Crafter here, that's C-E-R-I the Crafter, and I'm back. I've been back about a week from my American vacation, and I've been just trying to catch up on sleep, trying to catch up on life really. It was absolutely fabulous. Thank you for all the positive comments. Thank you for the feedback on my video of my Alaskan trip. I will put a link to it in the description box below if you haven't seen it already. And as I promised all of my subscribers and followers, I was going to do a bit of a shop when I was in America for art supplies and craft supplies. Things that I can't get in this country, or I can get, but they're an exorbitant amount of postage and packaging. So I thought I will just show you my American haul, which will give you some sort of hint as to what the future will be for some of the videos. Now, first of all, when I arrived in Chicago, there was a little parcel, and there was a little tag waiting for me from my friend Gail Augustinelli. And I had some happy mail. And Gail sent me a box of washi tapes. Now, Gail bought herself a box of these washi tapes, ages and ages ago, and I saw them in video and went, oh, those are fabulous, where did you get them from? And Gail said, I believe she got them from Hobby Lobby, and she sent me a box of them. I'm ecstatic. You know me, I like my washi and I love using it, and I actually do use it, so I'm excited to add these. And I like them. I don't really like washi with metallics in it, so these are absolutely straight up my arse. So you'll be seeing those in the future. So thank you very much, Gail. Love you, as you know, and as always do. Now next, I went to Michael's and I bought skeletons. Now, as we know, it's coming up to the spooky season, Halloween. Now, I haven't seen these skeletons before, and I know they're not the most fantastic thing in the world. However, I have 3 of these boxes from my hobby craft here in the UK, and I've had these about 2 years now, waiting for a project because I've been looking for skeletons. So guess what? That's what's going to be going in there. So I'm not sure it's going to get done this Halloween because there's so many more things I've got to do before Halloween. And Halloween's about a month away, and I've got a shed load of stuff before I get there, but I'm excited to have these. So I've got coffins and I've got skeletons. That's going to be a good match for a future video. Next on the list. Now, I've been looking for this paint. Now, I'm sure you can get this in Britain, but in my local art store, I couldn't find golden paint. I didn't necessarily have to have it in golden, but it was Titan Green Pale, and I love this colour. I've never had it before, and as you can see by the debris around the rim of the cap, I've already used it a few times, but I did swatch it. There you go, because as you know, I swatch every single paint or anything I have. I've even got all my coloured pencils. I've got my metallic swatched in here. I believe in swatching everything so I can see what it will look like on a white background. And also it's a reference for myself. So if I run out of something, I've always got the make and the name. But isn't that a fabulous colour? That's becoming one of my favourite colours at the present. I'm so excited to be using that one. As I said, I've already used it once or twice while I was waiting to film this video because I've got a little art journal project on the go, and I'm like, ooh, I want to use it in there immediately. Now, in Michael's, I basically walked around and just picked up stuff I needed or stuff I knew that I'd use, because I didn't have a huge budget, but I did have a budget because thanks to you guys who have been pressing that thanks button below my video, I built up a little store of funds for art supplies. I'd also been saving up because I knew that when I went to America, I was going to have probably about £10, 5 kilos of space in my luggage coming back, so I knew I could bring some supplies back. And I've been looking at this set of alcohol inks by Ranger for a while, and there's the colours on this. I know I saw colours on this. I know one is caramel. Why can't I see the colours on them? Oh, there they are, you fool. Caramel, ginger and latte. And those will work really well with the papers I use in my journals. And I've got a few art pieces I'm thinking of using those for as well. So excited about that. And needless to say, I bought more of my buttercream paint by Deco Art. And I do know several of you have said, oh, Ceri will send you some. I had enough to get me through, but now I've got 3 more bottles. This should see me very much into the future. I'm happy about that. I know most of you are going, but what? I just love this colour. I mean, I do have another colour now that I've discovered that I use. Let's see if I can find it for you. Okay, there's a Pebeo or Pebeo one, but as you can see, it's a little more yellowy, but you know, with a little touch of something, I use this instead. But so happy to have that back again, because it's one that I just reach for all of the time. Okay, the next one's a bit of a weird one. I was in Michael's and I would walk down the baking aisle, because who doesn't walk down the baking aisle? I'm a cake decorator and I walk down the baking aisle. And they had this, I think it's a trivet. I think it's things you put, what does it say it is? Well, it is a trivet. So you put it down, you put your pots and pans on. That's not how I saw this. This is a fierce looking texture mat for me. So I'm going to come in, and it's going to be systematic. So I guess I'm pointing with a little pointy tool. And I'm going to come in with a sharp blade, and I'm going to cut around this edge all the way around the whole thing, so that then I'll have this centerpiece as a pattern, and I can use this in my art journal. I can use it on my gel plate. I don't want the straight edge and I don't want a cut edge here, but if I cut around these, then all of the middle section will be these little jelly bean shapes. That'll look fabulous. So, and I can't remember, this was really inexpensive too. I wasn't able to get, you know, sometimes when you go to Michael's in America, you can get that 40% off coupon. Well, when I asked at the desk whether, customer service, whether it was in one of their papers, and they went, no, it's normally sent to the home. And I went, ooh, because I haven't had one of those home addresses for Michael's for years now. So I missed out on the 40%. If I'd have thought ahead of time, I would have actually signed up, get the mail sent to the American address that I normally stay at, and I could have got the coupon, but I was happy anyway. So that's a texture mat. You'll be seeing me in the future. I love that. That's very industrial. Right, a little bit of lace I bought. Ribbon they called it, but I call it lace. Let's open this up. I bought this specifically to be going down the spines of journals. I mean, hopefully it's going to be about the right width. I think it will. I have real vintage lace here already, but I don't have lace that comes in strips. And look at that. That will go perfectly. It's probably wrong to have it on a white surface, but that will go fabulously down the spine of a journal. Is there a code for this? Well, there you go. You can read it yourself. Okay. That was the brand. Celebrate it, and it's classique or classic. So I was happy to buy that. Looking at how much is on there, I wish I'd actually picked up two, but I think that'll look great down the spine of journals. I like symmetrical stuff down the spine of journals, so that one's perfect. Loving that. Okay, another Michael's thing that I bought. Now, we know it's coming up to Halloween, autumn, fall season, so they always do these bundles in Michael's, usually seasonal. As you can see, it was $9.99. I don't mind that because this is great for fibres and trims and tops of tags and stuff like that. So I think they're aimed at the home decor department. However, this will keep me going for several fall journals and projects, because I will use these in mixed media projects as well, maybe home decor myself. But I bought it primarily for tag toppers. So I love that. And then I found another one, which, I mean, that was 50 pieces. This was 25 pieces. And I like the whole neutral of these. So they're normally hanging at the ends of aisles or by the door if you ever get to go to Michael's. Again, there's that Celebrate It company again. I don't know whether that's a Michael's brand or whether it's a company they work with. So I'm way excited because my stash of toppers and trims has really been depleted over the last couple of years, and I went, you know, that was a good buy. Absolutely loving those. I'm going to have fun using those, even the larger ribbons. I'm sorry for people out there, but I will have to iron these. I know you guys are going to go, what, you don't iron ribbon? I iron ribbon. It's me, you know me. So the last of my Michael's haul, and I have more than Michael's haul because I was shopping around a bit. I saw this watercolour cold press book, 300 grams by Canson. Now I've heard people talk about watercolour paper by Canson, and I'm not really a watercolourist. I dabble, I play, I'm doing little bits and pieces. just stuff in watercolour. It fascinates me. It's something I do little bits of just for myself. I'm not sure I'd ever do it on screen because it's one of those things. So there are so many beautiful artists in watercolour, but watercolour paper here in the UK is really expensive, and that's a heck of a lot of watercolour paper. 36 sheets, I would never use it this size anyway. I'd probably cut it into 4, so that's 4 times 36. Don't ask me, I don't do maths. But £140, 300 grams, I like that. So that was a good buy. Very heavy in my luggage though. This came home in my hand luggage because there was no way I was going to be putting this in my suitcase. Because believe me, when I got to the airport and they weighed my luggage was 23 kilos and the limit was 23 kilos. I got it down to the absolute maximum I could get it. Yes, it was. I just realised. Okay, I have seen these before. These are little chalkboard labels. I call them chalkboard. Do they call them? Yeah, they call them chalkboard labels. Because I'm going to be doing a Halloween stroke witchy sort of journal this year. Well, I hope to anyway. It's on the to-do list and I've already printed out the digitals for it. I wanted some black labels, so that was why I bought those. I can't walk past butterflies, you know me. There was this pack of butterflies there. Oh, well, it's more than butterflies actually. It's bees and ladybirds and stuff. This was in one of the aisles. I'm going to have to do some serious fussy cutting. I can't have that much white space around these. And these are actually stickers. So these may end up more in my glue book than actually in my art pieces. But it's a good selection. I'm quite happy at that. Especially happy because there's dragonflies in there. I did buy myself some micron pens and brush pens and stuff like that, and I went for the sepia version and the black version. I really struggle finding pens that I'm confident in when I'm doing like little pen drawings or sketching or outline, and I'm finding that with the doodling I'm doing, and I'm trying to do some Zentangle stuff as well, I struggle having pens that are the right pens. And I've seen a few artists using these and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to try them, and they're never going to go to waste. So that was a good purchase. Nice selection of sizes as well. Yeah, I'm happy with those. Those are a good buy. I think that was the last of the Michaels finds. So that was Michaels. I then went into Target and I bought my composition notebooks. Now, you know me, I like using composition notebooks, but composition notebooks in this country don't really exist. I can order them off the internet, but they just work out so exorbitant in money. I just won't buy them. So whenever I go to the States, I usually buy 1 or 2. This time I ended up buying 6. And why did I buy 6? Because these were $1.75 each. And when I got to the cash register or the checkout, I didn't know they were on special. These were 50 cents each. So for us in Britain, that's about 40p. So I already had plans because lots of you have asked, how do I do the setup for a coloured glue book from a composition notebook? Now, I've shared with you Nicole from Relax Cut Glue. I've shared with you her video, but some of you still keep asking, Ceri, can you show us how I do it? So I will. So there's going to be a colour book, a coloured glue book coming. I've got an idea for another one, and then there are a few more projects that I love using these for, and I started using these for my idea books as well. So that again came home in my hand luggage because this was going to weigh a bit. But yes, 50 cents. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Seriously. If I could have got more back, I would have brought more back with me. I was also looking, they have apparently a small size composition notebook. I couldn't find them anywhere. So, but that was fine because these are what I was looking for. 6 will keep me going for a very long time. But if I'm there next year again, you know I'm going to buy more of them because I can. Now, this wasn't actually a purchase, but it was something I brought home. I've seen lots of people doing brown bag journals, and I've done them myself, but I've done them with the small brown bags we get in this country. And I was at the grocery store at one point, and they said what they always say, do you want paper or plastic? And I went on paper. And so basically I thought, you know what, I'm just going to bring home a couple of these bags, and at some point I will probably do myself a journal, maybe even an art journal, because these are quite large bags. This is quite tall and narrow. What will that do? Yeah, these might become art journals in the future. I don't know. I need to play with this idea, but these were free as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to walk away from art supplies. So look out. We're doing a couple of brown bag journals probably next year, because I've got the most of the videos listed in my notebook for this year, so I know what I'm doing and where I'm going. But yes, there'll be brown bag journals in the future. Okay, I found this little stationery store while I was walking around the streets of, it wasn't Chicago, it was one of the suburbs, and I cannot remember. It may have been Evanston, I can't remember. We went to a little post office somewhere, and in the post next door to the post office was a stationery store. So I popped in there and I got guest checks. Now, I've never done guest checks, so I bought one of each of them. Do these have carbons? Oh no, these don't have carbons in them, but these do have carbon papers in them for printing, duplicating. So I tend to keep these bits, because if I draw on here, it means that I've got a copy underneath. So I'm going to do myself some guest checks as part of ephemera. So you'll be seeing those in the future. I'm not quite sure. I'm probably going to do things like napkins on them. I might do some ink splatters. I don't know. There'll be little things that can slip into journal pages. So I'm quite happy. They were not very expensive. So I thought, you know what? I can have 4 of those. So I took 4 of them. In that same little shop, I found these. Now, these were on a shelf. There's no brand on them. It just says made in China, and they're called potion labels. So I think they're stickers. In fact, I'm sure they're stickers. So there's a whole lot. These feel like stickers. I'm terrible at getting the fronts off labels. So I'm almost certain these are labels, guys. Yes, they are. There you go. It's peeling back. There you go. So they are labels. Again, I'm probably going to fussy cut the edges a little better than this, because that's quite a margin around them. As I saw them, I thought, right, I bought 2 packs because they were just, I want to say they were like $1.75 or something. And there's a chunk of them in here. How many labels? There's 50 labels in there. So I thought, you know what, I can never have too much of a stash. And yes, they are very much Halloween. I think the whole display was Halloween. So I thought, right, I'm going to pick up 2 packs because I will probably never find that shop again. So that was a good little buy. So the next one, right. When I was in Hobby Lobby, no, I wasn't in Hobby Lobby, I was in Michael's. I was looking for stencil butter. Stencil butter is something I've wanted for a long time. It's really expensive online. They sell it in packs of 4 different colours, which isn't that expensive, but the P&P, or postage and packaging, made it expensive. And I went, there's no way I was going to pay that when I knew I was going to the States. So when I was in the States, I asked, who was it? I asked Matt, who was a friend of mine, who has an Amazon account there. And he went online with me, and I bought 3 kits of 4 of stencil butter. It was free P&P. It got delivered to the condominium, and then I brought it home with me. Now, normally when I see these in a pack of 4, they come in like a plastic seal. These actually were advertised as a pack of 4, but they came individually in little brown boxes, which I was very happy about, which is probably why they were inexpensive. So I'm going to share the colours with you that I chose, because I thought these are fabulous. So that's apricot stencil butter, a beautiful colour for autumn or fall. This one is olive. No, it's not. This is fern. Loving that colour. That's going to be fabulous. You're going to see a lot more stenciling from me in the future. Turquoise. How could I not choose that turquoise? I mean, look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Champagne gold. This is the one I see everybody use. I think normally it comes as part of the Christmas selection. I can't remember which kits I bought now. Pearl white stencil butter. That's going to be fun to use when I'm doing like icy or frosty stuff. I might do a project review on these actually. Black tie, black tie stencil butter. That appealed to me for that added kick of drama in stencil stuff. Lime green. This to me isn't lime green, but it's a very pretty green. Lime green to me is a bit more yellowy, so you never know, I might be adding some yellow to this colour, but I love that anyway. That's more of an Irish green, I think, to me. This is chartreuse. I love this colour, and I've got a feeling chartreuse is coming up in one of the colour combinations for the future. I don't know whether it's before Christmas or after Christmas, because obviously Paula and I are privy to what's coming up, and you guys aren't, because it's kept a secret. But here you go, I'm letting the cat out of the bag. I believe chartreuse is coming up in one of them. I'm excited because that's a fiercely beautiful colour. I love blue. This is ocean blue. How beautiful is that? I'm also excited because I've got a boho journal planned for this year, silver or platinum, and these colours, I mean, these are just going to look fabulous in a boho journal, so I'm expecting to use them on the ephemera for that. So that's platinum. I thought that was silver, to be honest with you. What's this one? Chocolate, and it's a lovely warm rich milk chocolate colour. Loving that. Yellow ochre. How different is that from? Oh, it is different. I was wondering because on the screen it didn't look that different, but I ordered it anyway. So I'm extremely happy about that. Roughly finance-wise, if I'd have ordered this and this in the UK with postage and packaging, it would have cost as much as all of this put together. And probably a little bit more. So I saved myself that amount of money and probably that amount of money by waiting till I got to America. Now, I'm likely to never need to buy stencil butter again unless I get absolutely addicted with this stuff. There's so much of it here, and I'm so lucky that I was able to get it all and have it delivered in the period of time I was there. So I'm excited to use that. Yes, you will be part of that journey. I think I might do a product review on this as well, because I've heard such great things about this, and all of the stencil pastes I've had in the past have pretty much failed me, so I'm excited about those. Now we're going to get on to something that I didn't buy but arrived when I was in Chicago, and I was extremely excited about it. My latest designs and my order from PM Artist Studio came through, and so did some of the stamps I've done. So basically what I did is, you may or may not know, I designed stencils, masks and foam stamps for mixed media. I designed them for a company called PM Artist Studio. You'll see the logo as we're going along. I'll put a link to PM Artist Studio, and I'll put a link to my product range within theirs, but it'll take you to their website. Have a look around. They're Texas based. They're a small family company. I designed for them. All of my products from them are made there and sent from there, so I'm very excited to be working with them. I've been working with them now, I think it's either a year or over a year. It's not far off a year anyway. And these are the stamps and stencils and masks that I use in my own creative work as well. So I ordered stuff from them and timed it and let Mariah know. Mariah's the one with the purple face. I let Mariah know that I was coming to America so that I could take advantage of the free postage and packaging. That reminds me, I will put a discount code. Give me 1 second. Okay, I won't put a discount code anywhere. I'll show it to you now. If you do go over to PM Artist Studio and you do purchase anything, as long as the order is over $35, you can use this code at checkout. So type it as you see it here, CeriFan10 at checkout. What that will do, it will take 10% off your order, which is wonderful, because I think if you're based in America, if your order is over $50, I think you get free shipping. But internationally, because it's a recorded delivery that you get, there's always a charge for international. But in this 10%, when you take it off your order, sometimes the 10% will be a nice little discount when you take it off your postage and packaging. So just watch out for that. The 10% is off the order, but it all works out. So let me talk you through what I actually got. Okay, so this is the company in America, pmartiststudio.com, based in Texas. That's Patricia, that's Mariah. I'm not going to go into too many details, but these are the company I designed for. They do live streams on YouTube 4 times a week. It's fun-loving, it's educational, it's a great community. Pop on and have a look. They also run a group called the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Group, which I also belong to. I'll put a link to that one in the description box as well. There's going to be a lot of description box things. Okay, so what are the ones I ordered and what ones are mine? So this was a mask and it was called Skin Scales. And I've been looking at this for a while. I need something dark to put this up against. Have I got something? Give me a second. I'll see if I've got some black paper. Here you go. It's a piece of black card. So this was snakeskin. So depending on how you use it is whether it's a stencil or a mask. Okay, and we're not going to go into that here because this is just me sharing my haul. So this is what it looks like. This is the 5x7 version. It does come in other sizes. And also you get what I call the outer pieces. So this is the piece that it was cut from. Love this because that's an interesting shape as well. So it does mean that I've got those as options for the future. Let's put that back in there. So I like to keep all of the inserts or the papers when I actually store them, so I know who the designer is and where it comes from. Right, there was another version called Broken Snakeskin Scales, and this one was slightly different to the other one, and I'm more than happy to have the two of them. So this is another one that's going to be coming. Wait, no, wait. I got two of the same. Why did I get two of the same? Okay, Mariah, I'm going to be dropping you a note. Why did I get two of the same? Unless Mariah had a moment and just thought I could do with two of them. Okay, ignore me, guys. You can see this is the first time I've really looked at these since I received them. I basically put them straight in my luggage. Right, hexagon lotus flower. This one I really was loving this. I mean, look at that. Isn't that a fierce pattern? That's great because I can use it for postcards, I can use it for ATCs, I can also use it on a journal page, an art journal page, because what I can do is just use sections of it. So very excited by that. These ones are actually designed by PM Artist Studio, so happy about that. Whenever you order, you usually get a little packet of surprises. So this was a little bit of pack. Patricia sends out little pieces of her own art gel printing, which was lovely because I use those. Those are just big enough for me to use as artist journal trading cards if I want. And because it's the season to be spooky, they send a little bat stencil out. How cute is that? I'm very excited about that. Now, you don't always get the same ones that you see. It's sort of random. They'll usually send you, if you're a loyal customer, sometimes you're a first-time customer, they'll send you little freebies or little treats, and that was a little treat for me. Okay, love this. Now, Darcy from Darcy's Misadventures in Mixed Media is someone I love watching. I love her experimental, random creativity. I love watching her YouTube. She shares most stuff that she does. She sometimes has bumbling crafter moments like we all do, but I just love her energy and I love her approach to just let's have a go. I'll put a link to Darcy's YouTube channel in there. Pop over and see her. She does some lovely work, and subscribe if you like what you see. Now, I've been working on wallpapers or fake wallpapers recently, and Darcy did this ATC mix of damask designs, and this is them. And what I've done is I ordered these because I can use these on a page, and if I line them up, they will look like wallpaper. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. So you can see, but oh, that looks a bit sinister, doesn't it? That looks like a mask or something, like an evil mask. See, that's beautiful. If I put the stencil butter through that, oh, there's a bit that hasn't popped out. I'll use a pokey tool later to get that a little bit out. But as you can see, if I put stencil butter through that, that will give me very much a wallpaper effect. I like that. I know I've said these for wallpaper, but this got a very oriental feel to it for me. So I'm loving that. Here's another one. Loving that idea. So you can see where I'm going. I can use these as like the damask stuff on wallpaper. I feel that one needs to be that way up for some reason. Loving how these are. Thanks for the designs. Darcy, you did good, girl. I'm looking forward to using these on my gel plate, but more than anything, oh, look like a ladybird. More than anything, I'm looking forward to using with my stencil butters, using them on ATCs, postcards, and I will be using them in my art journal to actually put detail onto backgrounds as well. So that's a really cool little kit. I'm loving those. That looks a little bit like a butterfly with the antennae. I don't know what it was meant to be, but I love that. So that was a set of 9. Now, ATC means artist trading card, and an artist trading card has to be 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So that's why they're this size. Loving those. What's this one I ordered? This is Diamond Tooth. As you can see, I had a bit of a wish list on the PM Artist Studio website, and I've been building this wish list up until I went to the States. I'm loving that. It's a bit an optical illusion. It's playing havoc with my varifocals at the moment, but that was designed by PM Artist Studio. Loving that one. Right, and this one, now I don't know when, there you go, there it is, I'll try to find it. This one I've been harassing them about because Patricia from, Patricia is, this is Patricia, the teal lady, has been absolutely obsessed with using the brick stencil. And they had the brick stencil in this orientation. And a lot of us who make journal pages requested it in the landscape, because if you had that as a journal page and you fold it for a signature, that would make a wonderful background for it. So they eventually said, yes, we'll do it for you. And they did. And I ordered it. So I'm way excited about using this. But I have been giving Patricia some grief. I'm like, what? Bricks again? So Patricia's probably laughing now, she's watching this. And this was actually designed by Rhonda Dohan. Rhonda, I apologise. You know me, I can't pronounce names for the sake of my life. But that's who that is. Loving this. It's going to get some serious use out of me. Now, I have a new stencil that's launching September 1st, I believe it's going to be. Now, there's 2 other stencils to accompany this one that haven't yet been cut, so you'll have to watch out. Whichever one of these, it's usually on Sundays they do the launches, but one of these at the beginning of September is when you will see this stencil, and you will see the other 2 to go with it. So you're getting a sneaky peek. And it's my tribal tendencies. And what I've done is I've created a stencil. Now we're going to have to move this around a bit because I don't have a big enough piece of black. I've designed this stencil so we've got elements that can be used in backgrounds. But I've actually taken 2 of the designs from this and I've created 2 more stencils, which I'm very excited about. So because I can take these elements out, it means that things like this would fit on an artist trading card. This could go on a postcard. These are the sort of things that if I was creating a journal page, I would put this on the journal page and sponge maybe acrylic paint through this. Maybe I would run stencil butter through this. I mean, I could actually spray through this. And I love this dragon man. I was playing around with an idea, and I got it so far, and I sent it off to Mariah, and Mariah helped me tweak, because I couldn't get the beard right. She did the beard for me, and we played around, and she altered the eyes for me, because I couldn't. I'm a bit limited as to working in Adobe Illustrator, because I don't have a lot of skill set in that field, so I needed some tweaking. So thank you, Mariah, for that. So look out for that. This is going to be coming out in September. It's absolutely fabulous. Really looking forward to it. And as I said, there are 2 more stencils coming from the tribal range, which really excited. And I can't wait to get my hands on them as well. So watch out for those. And as I said, they'll launch on one of the lives. So I'm loving that. I'm so excited about that. Right, what else have I got on the go? Okay, so the pile of rubbish is stacking over. What rubbish? What am I talking about? The pile of supplies is over here. Now, a little while ago, I launched something called Grandfather's Letters as a stencil, and they were so popular that I've actually launched them as stamps. Now, we did already launch these about 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. And when I had the samples that were sent to me, I struggled because there was something about them I just wasn't happy with the scale of them. So I went back to Mariah and Brad and said, can we tweak these slightly? And they were like, yes, we're having slight problems as well. So what they did, and it wasn't so much problems, it was just, it was difficult for the laser to cut such fine detail without melting the foam. So it was tricky for them, it was tricky for me, but we worked it out, and between us, we managed to do them. So we've got Grandfather's Letters in a square foam stamp. You will be seeing these being used. I have, as you can see, I've just taken these out of the package, so I haven't even had a chance to stamp them yet. I did it in the round because I really like the idea of having a round set of letters in Stampers Circles. And if I mask off part of this, I could actually have them interlinking with each other, which is something I need to play with because it works in my mind. I need to work out whether it's going to work in real life terms on this one. And then I did this one because this means it can go in any direction I want. It can be on a card, it can be on a journal page, it can be on a postcard. I like this. This is the sort of thing that I put down the spine of a signature or even the spine of the outside of a journal as well. I like this because this is one of those that I could just randomly take sections of and put down. So I'm excited about Grandfather's Letters. And then as a freebie treat, Mariah and Patricia and Brad sent me this set of their new designs, and I can't remember what these are called, but what I'll do, I've got dog fur on them already. What I will do now is, as soon as I get off this video and I start building the links, I will put a link to these in the description box as well. I'm loving the geometric about these. These will add some really beautiful bits of interest to stuff, and they're just small enough that I could use them as a repeated pattern. I'm loving this one. This one really messes with my brain. But I'm loving these. These are great. Thank you, Mariah, for that gift. I will definitely be playing with these, so look out for those as well. So is there anything else I need to show you? I don't think there is. So it's time for me to stop chatting away here and say goodbye. So hopefully you enjoyed that video, guys. Just wanted to show you what interests and intrigues me. I wanted to see what is inspiring me for the future and to look for stuff that's coming up. So I'm Ceri the Crafter. That's Ceri the Crafter. Until next time, bye bye now.